We recently did a video where we tried to track what happened to the cars from the Top Gear £10,000 supercar challenge. And for those of you who watched it will remember that the one with the biggest trail was James May's Lamborghini Huracan. As a quick reminder, post-show it got purchased by a UK Lamborghini enthusiast who repainted it orange and had the interior retrimmed into black and tan. They then sold it to Australia, where it arrived there in 2011. It then went and was being sold by a dealer in April 2016, and that's when we lost track of it. Until just after we released the video, I got an email through from David Fisher who says, "I'm in Australia, I own that car, would you like to know more?" Well, of course the answer was yes, and David has very kindly filled me in, and apparently from that dealership it was sold to someone in Brisbane. They then sold it on to the Gosford Car Museum. Now you're saying, I've never heard of that. Well, it was in Australia, it opened in 2016. It was a slightly unusual museum in the fact you could actually buy the exhibits. So it was a bit like a car dealership, and it appears the Australian tax authorities took that view on it as well, stopped them calling it a museum, stopped them charging entry fees, and it eventually became no longer viable and closed down in 2019, and they sold off the majority of the cars by auction. David purchased this car from the museum sight unseen, and unfortunately, as is often the case when you do that, when he received it, it wasn't quite as good as he expected. In fact, he said the body was in very poor condition, and he has suspicions that is why it had changed hands so many times. Anyway, not to be put off, he decided it was time to give this car restoration, and he has had this restored over the last couple of years. He spent, in his own words, an awful lot of money on it. You can see it's been stripped down to a bare shell and repainted and built back up, but here it is, looking absolutely glorious in that beautiful blue colour. He's had the interior retrimmed as well. It's back to the original, I think, cream leather that was in it when James May was driving it, and doesn't it look just absolutely fantastic? And before you point out about the UK plates that are on it, David just popped them on for me to take the pictures. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.